So today, we'll continue our work with graphing. And today we're talking about finding intercepts, vertical line, and horizontal lines. So the first thing we'll talk about is intercepts. Does anyone know the definition of an intercept? We talk about an intercept in graphing and in algebra. What do we mean? Tell you what, everybody close your Chromebooks because you don't need them right now. What's an intercept? A point where the line crosses an axis. Whether it be the x-axis or whether it be the y-axis. Okay. So an intercept for us is going to be a point where the line crosses an axis, be it the x or be it the y. Okay. Let's take a look at the axes. By the way, I can never keep these straight. Eldridge, which one's the horizontal? Good. Dixon, that means the vertical is the? Very good. All right. Let's get some points. We'll go with point O, point T, point I, and point S. It's twice now I hit that thing today. Let me ask this question. St. Holland, what's the coordinates of point T? You are correct, sir. Miss Aaron, what's the coordinates of point S? Say it again. Remember, the first one is how far you go left and right. I like it. Did I go to get S? Do we go left or right of the origin? So therefore, it should be positive or negative. I like it. Miss Dabbs, where's I?
3, 0.
What kind of 3?
Negative.
Very good, because we went left of the origin. And of course, that means Mr. Cottrell, where's O? Very nice. Miss Sweeney, do you know anything about all 4 of these points? For the what? Not the X, but the... You got it. That's the thing I need you guys to understand. All points on the x-axis have 0 for the y-coordinate. You guys okay if I abbreviate coordinate chord? Everybody see it? Doing close Chromebook. Thank you. Coordinates group. What's the peta group? What's the coordinates of D? You are correct. Wyatt, A.
0, 3.
Riley, V.
0, negative.
Allison Gray, E. Correct. See, you see a pattern?
Yeah, they're all 0 on the x-axis.
Exactly. All the points that sit on the y-axis have 0 for the x-coordinate. If I want the x-axis, I put in 0 for y. If I want the y-axis, I let x be 0. And that's exactly what we're going to do. How do we find the intercepts? Well, very simple. I'm going to give you something that's going to look like this. 3x plus 4y equals 18. Whatever one I want, I let 0 go to the other variable. So, if I want the x-intercept, I have to let y equal 0. So, 3x, put 0 in for y. Ladies and gentlemen, what's 4 times 0? What's 0 plus 3x? Yeah. Solve for x. Yeah. So I have my x-intercept at 6, 0. And for the y-intercept, I'm going to let x be 0. So again, 3 times 0 is, plus 4y would still be, divide by 4. Now remember, MathXL tends to like their fractions. Anybody reduce 18 for us? 4.5, yes, what's a mixed number? Or that's a mixed number, what's the improper fraction?
4.5.
That's the decimal. What? It is over 2, but not 4. Because DeMonte, what can you divide 18 and 4 by? Not by 4. So what's 18 divided by 2? You got it. Questions for me about finding intercepts at this point? Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember how many points must you have to make a line with? 2. Okay? So if I'm in this form, which doesn't look like point slope, we learned the other day, doesn't look like slope intercept, okay? My easiest 2 points to get are my 2 intercepts. So ladies and gentlemen, if I don't think I can cover it up from here. If I let y be 0, of course, what's 3 times 0, guys? And negative 2x plus 0 would still be not 0. You're okay. What's x equal, ladies and gents? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to turn around, I'm going to let x be 0. Which means whatever term gets the 0 is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fa la la, connect the dots. Got my line. Let me ask you this. Conley, what's a vertical line look like? Up and down. Okay. There's a vertical. Here's a vertical. Here's a vertical. Let me ask you this question. How many axes does a vertical line hit? Uno. And which axis is the one that it hits, Quentin? X. Okay? So a vertical line will always be x equals some number. If I said this is line A and line B and line C, who can tell me the equation of line A? Where does it hit the x-axis at? You just told me the equation of this vertical line. What's B? What's C? 9. If your equation only has one variable in it, it can only hit that one axis. Okay? So if I have an x equal, I know my line can only touch the x-axis. It can't touch the y. So if I can't touch, wait a minute, isn't there a word we have in math for two lines that never touch? Parallel. If it can't touch the y-axis, that means it has to be parallel to the y-axis. And the y-axis goes up and down the graph, just like a vertical line will go up and down the graph, because it's parallel to y, because it never touches the y, because there's not a y in the problem. Okay? A horizontal line, as we can see, goes across the graph, just like the x-axis does. Just like a vertical line only hits one axis, a horizontal line only hits one axis, but what's the only one it hits? The y. Whoop. That means a horizontal line is going to be y equals some number. Okay? It only has the one variable. Doesn't have a second variable. The equation is simply where it hits that at. So if I ask this question, Miss Williams, what's the equation of this first horizontal line on top? Where does it hit y at?
3.
You got it. Miss Tony, what about this one?
-2.
Miss Pettigrew, last one.
-8.
Yep, looks good to me. Okay. Now I know I've seen some students struggle in the past if they get the equation that looks like this. Y equals 4. Math XL needs 2 dots, and they'll struggle, and they're like, well, Mr. Giesing, I don't have 2 dots. Okay? It only has y. It can only touch y. So if it can't touch x, it's got to go parallel to x. So I just have to go up here. Most of the time, they're pretty good about putting the dot here, and they're like, where's the other dot? Because I'll say y has to be 4. Well, what other dot? I don't care. Okay? If you think about it in coordinates, here's the point 0, 4. Every y has to be 4 here. So I can put this dot anywhere I want as long as y is 4. So if I put the dot out here, I'm at 5, 4. If I put the dot back here, I'm at -3, 4. Every y on this has the same number. And then I just draw my line at y equals 4.